Hello there and welcome to another edition of Channels Beam. I am Victor Matthias. The Senate President is once again in the eye of the storm, but this time around for an alleged refusal to declare some assets while in office as Governor of Kwara State between 2003 and 2011. The issue has split many political pundits and party faithful over the genuity of the process, and that has got many of Nigerians talking. On the program today, we will be finding out what Nigerians think about the procedures followed in initiating the trial. But before we begin, let's look at other issues that got people talking in Nigeria's social cyberspace in the past week. The matriarch of the Awolowo family, Chief Mrs. Hannah Idowu Dideolu Awolowo, HID as she is fondly called, died at the age of 99 with about 2 months to her 100th birthday, and people from around the world sympathized with the family and eulogized her. Nigerian and African music legend Innocent Two-Face Idibia turned 40, and Tweeps wasted no time to shower the Enter the Place crooner with praise and best wishes. Well, always many talking points in Nigeria's social cyberspace, but let's switch to our focus of the day, which you can be a part of using the hashtag Saraki debacle.
These are issues, that we need to be mindful of. This is a democracy. We are not in the era of military dictatorship where, perceived political opponents, will just be prosecuted. And you can see the press statement yesterday from the Heritage Center announced. They are already alarmed that they are hoping that we don't go back to the era of Obasanjo, where the anti-corruption war was focused on just persecuting perceived political opponents. So in my own analysis, I see it as, yes, Senate President Bukola Saraki's only crime is that he went against his party, in emerging as Senate President by all costs. If you recall very clearly and vividly, you agree with me that this same CCB, they are the ones that have failed to declare the assets of the President and the Vice President. But you see, when political witch hunt is the target, you can see how quick they went to go back as 2003 to go and dust an issue. We don't know whether it is genuine, the charges have been preferred or not. But you can see that the same commissioner could not declare the assets of the vice president in 100 days, could go ahead to go and be investigating the file of Bukola Saraki as way back 2013.
I don't quite agree with what he has just said. I think he's a bit emotional about this. This is an issue that has a procedure that needs to be followed. First of all, let me start by saying that Saraki is the third in chain of command in Nigeria. He's the chief lawmaker in the country, and I think if he has any issues with the Code of Conduct Tribunal, he should go to that tribunal and challenge their jurisdiction on the charges that they've actually put against him. Going to another court to go and get an injunction simply smacks of someone who's not ready to face or square up to his responsibilities. Tinubu faced the same persecution 6 years after he left office. He went to that same dock, sat in that dock, and defended himself. So if he's innocent, I don't think he needs to be afraid of anything. Even if he's being witch hunted, if his hands are clean, there's nothing to fear.
To accept filings from politicians as it affects their public assets and all that, why the tribunal tries people who have lied on oath. So what Saraki is facing are allegations over what he's deposited in the past, and the Code of Conduct Tribunal is trying to argue that those depositions weren't made in good faith. Now, having said that, we also need to separate politics from what is supposed to be the law. There's a difference between I have done something right and I've done something wrong. What the CCT is saying is, Saraki, because of your deposition, we found out that you lied on oath. Now, the owners of responsibility, what I expected from a genuine statesman and a patriot that Saraki claims to be, is to go and defend those allegations. Is he from the moon or is he not a Nigerian? How can he now then say he wouldn't go to defend himself at the tribunal because he thinks that he's being witch hunted? Those issues needed not to be muddled up. He is a lawmaker. His actions so far are pointing towards a lawbreaker. The Code of Conduct Tribunal isn't saying he's guilty yet. They are merely saying, we are alleging that you have done something wrong. Can you come and clarify? Why is it so difficult for him to go clarify his position if he knows he hasn't done something wrong? I mean, it's a popular saying, which is pervasive everywhere. A clear conscience fears no accusations or allegations. If he knows he hasn't done anything wrong, go and defend yourself. It's as simple as that.
I said the charges against Saraki are wrong in the sense that it borders on three major things. There must be an AGF who himself prepare the charges, or direct someone to prepare the charges against Saraki in this instant case. In this instant case, there is no such, because the AGF was sacked and there has not been a replacement. That's one. Because you cannot build something on nothing. Number two, the charges against Saraki, irrespective of our emotions, maybe because Buhari is angry with Saraki or Tinubu is angry with Saraki, or people have been commissioned to fight Saraki, irrespective of whatever opinions we may hold, Saraki has the right, the constitutional right, to approach a court to determine whether his rights are being impounded upon, because these are issues of human rights. That is why Saraki has approached the Federal High Court. It is within Saraki's right to approach the Federal High Court, which he has done as a law-abiding citizen. It is therefore wrong for anybody to say that Saraki was wrong to have gone to approach the Federal High Court. Who determines when Saraki's right has been infringed upon? Who determines whether Saraki has the right to approach a court to seek redress when his rights have been trampled upon? Nobody decides that. It is within the ambit of Saraki's right as a Nigerian citizen to approach the court, and Saraki did the right thing by going to approach the Federal High Court. The Federal High Court issued an order. The tribunal, the CCT, went ahead, flaunted the order of the court, issued an arrest warrant for Saraki, and you want us as Nigerians to keep quiet.
Well, I do have to cut you short for now, but we'll take a break and we'll return. But don't forget, for those of you watching at home, you can also be part of the program using the hashtag Saraki Debacle. Please join us again.